The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Time again to take a look at what's happening in Fall River when it comes to real estate development and other properties that are either opening, changing hands, or new businesses that are starting in Fall River. I'm pleased to be joined, as I am weekly, by Kevin Lawrence. He is the editor, publisher, and owner of Fall River Development News. You can find all his great work on Facebook. Kevin, how are you this week?
Very well. Happy to be here once again.
All right, let's start with something that's been in the news recently because there was a fire there last month. It was the Silvia School on Hartwell Street. The mayor and the city has said that now that there was a fire there, that they want to demolish the building. You had the opportunity, because a lot of people don't, you had the opportunity to watch a recent city council real estate meeting where this brought up, and you found a little nugget that may be of importance.
They're going to tear down only half of the building, basically. The Silvia School consists of two structures, building 1 and building 2. Building number 2 was the one that caught on fire. That's a 3-story building. And then adjacent to that is building number 1, which is a 4-story building. And that is right next to the cannabis dispensary owned by William Flanagan, the former mayor, Cosmopolitan Cannabis Dispensary. So that building number 1 is going to remain. They're not tearing that one down, only the building that caught on fire. The problem with that is building number 1 is just feet away from the dispensary, and it's still pretty much open. There's a lot of windows that are missing, and there's still the potential for people to get inside, and hopefully we don't have another fire at that location. But building 2 is set to be raised within 30 days. This is according to Rebecca Ponce, the city's purchasing agent. She says it's coming down within the next 30 days, and there could be some potential insurance coverage to pay for that demolition, courtesy of an umbrella policy the city has with municipal properties.
Now, when it comes to that other building, was there any talk at all about securing that other building number 1, if you will?
Not at this real estate meeting. They just were talking about building number 2 being taken down, the 3-story structure that caught on fire. That was it. They got a waiver from the state, and they were able to do this hopefully within the next 30 days.
And again, I guess the next question would be, obviously the city's been putting this out to bid, I believe, on a couple of occasions to see if there's another development for that area. Obviously, if the structure's not there, I would think that would be a little more attractive for someone to literally start from the ground up and not have to pay for any of the demolition costs to go around that. But to have a partial building there, maybe there's something the city may know of someone who may want that building. I mean, that's the only thing that I'm coming. And again, total conjecture on my part.
They're going to put out another request for proposals. You'd be buying one building and one vacant lot, basically. I think it would be more attractive, absolutely, because there's not 2 buildings there any longer. Maybe somebody rehabs the 4-story building that remains. That's going to need a lot of work. So we'll see what happens in the upcoming months as it's back on the market, and we'll see what proposals come into the city.
Yeah, and obviously securing that building 1 will be probably tantamount to moving forward, as you said, just to make sure that it's secure. All right, moving on. I believe this is another story we were following up on. We've talked about earlier in either our segments this year or maybe when we had our longer conversation last year. Freeze Pack Cold Storage, which is building a large facility up in the industrial park area. They broke ground and they're starting their work.
Yeah, they started work in late February. A lot of the land is cleared. This is at 1151 Innovation Way, right across from the Amazon facility and the Neon gas station. This new cold storage facility is going to be massive, 147,000 square feet in size. It was bought by the VMD companies back last year and sold off to Freeze Pack for a total of $10.75 million. And they hope to complete the new cold storage facility by March of next year.
And it's funny, the photos that we just showed of the area, especially that aerial photo. That's a big swath of land there, and you can't really judge by that height, but still, if it's going to be that large of a facility, that they've got some work ahead.
So not only are they building that cold storage facility, VMD companies, which purchased that entire lot, is also going to build an additional 700,000 square feet of commercial buildings. It's going to contain at least 3 other buildings, that property. This is the first one to go up freeze pack at 147,000 square feet, but there'll be other 200,000 square foot approximate buildings that are also going to be constructed on that property. So at least a total of 4 buildings. This is the first of the 4.
All right. So that's why that space is so large, because not just the only building there, freeze pack. All right. And finally, as we do, we like to talk about food, entertainment venues in Fall River. There's actually going to be a new venue on the waterfront, but far north from where, we see the rest of the activity on the waterfront.
This is not the Tipsy Toboggan or Battleship Cove, the Carousel, or Barrett's on the waterfront. This is further north, right off of North Main Street. It's on 180 River Street. It's Captain O'Connell's Boatyard. It's a beautiful boatyard facility with a beautiful view of the Taunton River, and they're going to be appearing at the upcoming Fall River Zoning Board meeting in April, and they're requesting a special permit to operate a seasonal bar, entertainment event space, serving alcohol and providing food via food trucks and licensed vendors, in addition to their boatyard facility. They've actually been in business up in the North End since 1930, doing sales and service. They also sell used boats as part of their business as well. So this would be kind of exciting, because there's nothing as far as entertainment really along the waterfront. In the north end of the city, you have the Fall River Country Club with the golf course, but this would be a dining space right on the water in the north end of Fall River.
And I just want to make sure I get my map straight. Yep. Is this? It's near where the North Main Street exit is on 79. Is it near there?
Sort of. This a better marker would be, it's near Wilson Road.
Okay.
Wilson Road and North Main Street.
All right.
Before you get to Shaw's and Barrett's up in the north end.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Check out Kevin's work on Fall River Development News on Facebook if you haven't already. Like it, follow it, and you'll get up-to-date information on things that are happening in terms of Fall River business and real estate. All right, Kevin, we'll talk again soon. Take care.
Thank you, Keith. Have a good day.